So guys, as usual, she starts with outlines, obviously the rough sketches, and I've noticed that her rough sketches don't look that rough, and they're kind of neat in my eyes, at least, because my rough sketches are pretty dirty looking sometimes because there are so many sketch lines. So basically what she does after that is she just obviously adds the base color, and I've noticed that she just uses one color to add shadows and depth onto the face. So I picked up this pink kind of color because she usually uses this pink sort of a color on the face, and then what she does is she basically play with the darkness or lightness of that color, of that one color only. And for some reason it doesn't look ashy because I think she mostly uses this really reddish kind of tone to add shadows or depth. At least that's what I understood from the tutorials that I watched. So and she also usually add the colors on the nose, cheeks, lids, and the lips, the same color, guys, the same color. So I am using the similar techniques she was using in her tutorials, even though those weren't detailed tutorials, so I could not really figure out what she was doing. So I actually watched those videos again and again and again just to find out what she's actually doing. So this video is based off of that. This is the most common thing I've noticed in her videos, that she just uses this one color to add the whole shadows and plays around with the darkness and lightness, as I just said. So that's what I did. And also for the eyes, she also uses this really bluish tone for the white part and not a white color. So these are some little things that I noticed that I was not really doing, but when I just used this one color to add shadows, guys, it looked really good. Like, I did not have to go ahead play around with different colors. I noticed a similar thing with Louise's tutorials as well, that she doesn't overcomplicate things when it comes to adding shadows to a portrait. So it is already kind of looking fine to me, and yeah, it was kind of easy for me to just use one color. And also, the other thing that I noticed in every of her videos is that she makes sure that the sketch lines, especially on the facial features like nose, lips, and eyes, are well defined and are not really rough and sketchy or dirty. So I noticed she actually erases those sketch lines on the facial features only, not on the face shape or the neck. I hope this is making sense. And she actually defines them. She actually go ahead and create new well-defined lines where needed. So you'll see, you guys will see in this video that I also tried that. I also tried adding more defined lines, especially on her eyelid for the crease area, and as you guys can see. And for this, guys, I'm not using any blue satin brushes. I'm just using my brushes only, and right here I'm using a soft blend brush from Airbrushing Brush Set, and this brush is amazing because you can just paint and simultaneously blend it out. I have a video on this brush and how this works if you want to check that out. So as you guys can see, those crease, those eyelids are looking well defined right now, and that's something she does all the time. And I literally watched a lot of videos just to notice this one thing, and also around the nose and the nostrils, and also the lips. The lines should be really well defined, and I really liked this idea because I don't do it this way. When in my process, I keep my rough looking sketch lines on the facial features as well, and I actually go over them to define them a bit more or to add more detail. But she just completely gets rid of those rough sketch lines, especially on the facial features. And I'm not really talking about the lines around the face or on the neck. So if you're trying to draw like blue satin, or if you just want to give it a try, then I'd suggest making sure that the lines are really defined on the facial features, and it really does give a realistic look. Now, the reason why I kind of enjoyed following a Blue Satan tutorial is because she always kind of paints really realistic looking paintings, and I do the same. And if I compare this process with Louisa's keeps her rough sketches and she likes it. She thinks it adds texture, and it really does. It was fun to follow that tutorial, and if you haven't watched that video, I will link it down in the description. So yeah, her process is different. It's fascinating, you guys, how different artists have really different drawing processes, obviously, but then how they look at things, how some people like having rough sketch lines, some people don't like having rough sketch lines, and it is just fascinating, you guys. So I would suggest you guys to really go out and study these different artists and know more about their process. Most of the time what happens is you will learn something new and you'll like it, and you'll include that in your process, and you'll build your own process that way. I hope this is making sense. So that's what I've basically been doing for the past few days. So yeah, for the eyebrows, I just did my own thing because the eyebrows she draws looks realistic, and so yeah, I just went ahead and did my own thing for the eyebrows. The main thing that stood out for me while watching Blue Satan's tutorial or the painting process videos is that she also doesn't complicate things so much. And as in my process, I focus more on little details in adding more and more colors, especially if I am painting skin. But what I realize is I don't really have to do it. If I only work with 2 colors for the face, I'm good to go. And the second thing I realize is this pink tone, using pink tone on skin for adding shadows or depth to the face really looks good and natural and realistic. Even though my painting did not look exactly like Blue Satan's, but this video is not about that. This video is about me trying out some of the techniques from Blue Satan's process in my own process, and trying those out to see how they go and how they look. So again, for the lips also, I didn't do anything crazy. I didn't really follow what she did for the lips. I just did my own little thing, but I made sure that the lines between both of the lips are pretty well defined. And again, as I said, I was just using one color, and I was using darker and lighter versions of those. Now for highlighting the face, I am using her technique, which is she just adds little white dots to highlight, and the eyes look really sparkly in her painting, so I added more little dots around the pupil of the eyes, and I actually just added little dots wherever I wanted to add highlight. So there's nothing crazy about highlighting, and I really like this technique for highlighting the face or the portrait painting that you are creating. To really sum it all up, there is nothing out of the box I got from her process, and her process just suggests that keep things simple, don't complicate things, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So basically, if I have to go from step 1 to step 2 to 3, or the final step, it will be have your rough sketch. Make sure it is not looking dirty. Make sure it is kind of well defined. Then use your base color for every part of the drawing, obviously, and then select one color for shadows. All right, and then you can just play around with its darkness, lightness, also saturation as well. All right, so you can play around with those scales for the color by just sticking to one color. And for the highlights, and just keep building the shadows until you're satisfied. Also, obviously, always make sure you have good balance of soft looking and hard looking shadows, and just don't complicate things. Just add those shadows randomly, and then just lightly really roughly blend those out. That's what I really got from her videos. And the next thing is for highlighting, make sure you are making those pupil look really sparkly and adding little white dots to highlight the face. For the lips as well, make sure it's really rough and really just, you know, these little white lines over the lips just to add this glossiness to the lips. And that's basically it, you guys. That's basically it. You know, there's nothing so complex about the process, even though obviously the way she does it, the way she creates a painting is different as compared to what I did here, because obviously it can be same. And I didn't want it to be same. I just wanted to try out few things that she does and how I like it. So yeah, and then I went ahead and add this yellow color for the hair and kept it really simple. So basically just keep things really simple, don't complicate things. And I added this yellow color for the hair and kept it simple. So basically it's just that. So if you're still learning how to create realistic artworks, you will still need a in-depth tutorial for that, because I haven't explained each and every part in this video. I just went over the few little techniques that I got from her videos, from watching her videos. So if you still want to try Blue Satin's kind of process, then I'd suggest also watching her videos as well to really know, or to really get what I'm trying to say here. So I hope you guys like this video. I hope you are taking something out of this tutorial, and if you are, then comment it down in the comment section below. And if you do create something out of my tutorials, any of my tutorials, then tag me on Instagram. I really love seeing those. Other than that, I will see you guys in the next video.